All right, it's Sunday night, so it's time for another shot of Mark's whiskey.
Welcome to The Many Other Talents of Christian Doyle, brought to you by the Journeyquest Season 3 Kickstarter. You've just unlocked beard growing.
Done. Check it.
Not bad.
Uh-huh.
Found a great one.
Really?
Right there.
God damn. Ow.
All right, this is another episode of Mark's Whiskey, and as you can tell, Michael Arms is still missing in action. So we have some news on that later on, but for right now we have one of, hate to say this in front of him, but one of my, if I had to make a top 20 list of my favorite actors, this guy would actually be on that list.
I'll take it.
Okay. Let's move your microphone so that it actually is
Pointing towards me?
Pointing towards you, yeah. So if you don't know, this man is on shows like Journeyquest. There's a movie out there called Gamers, Darkness Rising, which I think was my introduction to this man's
Yeah, that was
work.
my first movie, so hopefully it was. At least
Yes.
watching it in the right order.
And I hope it doesn't disturb you too much, but you weren't an extremely ugly chick.
I know, and that always surprises me
Yeah.
because I've got like one of those big man noses,
Right,
and
right.
you know, the makeup people on that movie
Did a
were
really good job.
They did a pretty good job of making me look like a pretty blonde girl.
So if you don't know, a lot of the movies revolve around RPG role-playing games and things like that through a production company called Zombie Orpheus Productions. But right now, the reason he's here is to promote the Kickstarter for Journeyquest.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, just give a real quick introduction to... and actually, why don't we, to start out, why don't we show just a short clip of episode 1 of Journeyquest?
That's a great idea, although episode 3 is my favorite because of the grammar lesson.
Should we show the grammar lesson in
Show
episode 3
the grammar
instead?
lesson. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to show just a real quick clip. This is Journeyquest. This is episode 3, the grammar lesson.
Quas-orc-shaguds ah!
Subjaz quas orc shagak aka.
Orc-shaguds ah! Dognak shug, Huado!
Gor orc shagak aka. Jadgazad prukar bazimanuds pedkak.
Kubaka kakathas. Lorakiruk nidaka.
Nu kelly manuds unkesna pa griner zykrinaya ruzukai quick
Sword! Yes, lektarit quas-orc-shagak aka! Quit. Engak nobo. Hedumai! Vardu Keldusha! Quit.
Go get Caro.
What, me? Go over there.
I'll cover you.
You are seriously overestimating my courage.
Go!
I'm gonna die.
All right, we're back. And
Let me watch it.
I know you're an actor. You're an actor, so you may not know that there's this thing called editing, actually.
I've heard of it.
Did you read about it in a book?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
So, anyways, now that they've seen that, and we won't be spoiling, what do you think it is about Journeyquest? Now, I always described it as, and I think you've seen me describe it as, if Monty Python tried to do Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, although it's not, it doesn't have a lot of the zaniness of Monty Python. I mean, a lot of those characters are very over the top and comedic, but we don't have the in-your-face jokes like they have.
The ironic thing, British comedy is known for being extremely dry, and yours is more dry than theirs.
Yeah, it's dry, and the jokes are there. I mean, it's just that the dialogue is so funny. You can really picture the characters talking that way to each other. You know, despite the setting and the silly costumes and the swords of fighting, it's...
So unlike Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell, you don't beat people over the head with the jokes.
No, especially if the joke is shaped like a penis. That's something that we leave to the professionals.
Yes. Now, speaking of shaped like a penis, your introduction to this man's work.
Right. So, I can't actually.
This will lead to a need to drink whiskey.
Right. So I can't actually say the name on air, but it is Puna the F-Dog. And
other stories for children.
Yes. And Christian Doyle here was the giant phallus.
Yes, I was the fairy god penis.
Now, so there is no video, no record of this.
There is, sadly.
There is
video of this. I don't have access to it, and if I did, I would make sure no one else had access to it. But it's basically me in a big felt pink costume,
Okay.
with a guitar, a little tutu, and, testicles to the floor.
Okay.
And
Singing songs about growing up.
All right.
yeah, and I recall there was a little bit of moisture in there that
The show went some interesting places for a kids show.
For a kids show.
Right.
Yes.
So on that note, I think we should drink some whiskey, gentlemen.
That's a great idea. You can stop thinking about that.
So, but while he's fixing up the drinks, he's the designated bartender. We got Journeyquest is doing the Kickstarter.
Journeyquest is doing the Kickstarter.
How close are you guys to the goal?
Oh, well, as of when this is filming, we're about halfway there.
Okay.
Maybe a little less, but we're about halfway there. And it's the biggest budget we've ever asked for.
Okay.
And that's just because for the first time we are kind of insisting that we're paying everybody minimum wage instead of our usual nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is, say, if somebody wanted to donate? Now, there's always those cheap cheap ones like $5 or $1. Those are awesome. Those are great. But what is the lowest donation somebody can give and still get some kind of
some swag?
Some swag, something to remember.
$50 will get you swag because we've been doing Kickstarters for a while now, and one of the things we're known for is that our swag is actually pretty good. Like if you ordered that that Darkness Rising Blu-ray, you got a box of stuff with it. You get a DVD and a Blu-ray. Everything's signed by the cast. We did a thing in the first season where we let people coin words in Orcish because we had to invent the Orcish language for the first season. And so people have words in the Orcish language in the actual Orcish English dictionary that Matt Vansel wrote that are basically words that are named after them that mean things that are associated with them. So like there's a word that's named after our producer Ben Dobbins, and it means to work.
Okay, so say for example, if I my last name, the Americanized pronunciation of my last name is Carras, but the ethnic Greek pronunciation of my name, taught to me by Ozzy Osbourne's guitar player, by the way.
It's good way to go. I like to learn things.
Yeah, by Ozzy Osbourne's guitar player, who was actually Greek. By the way, G is not his last name. Gus G's last name is actually not G, I know. But the correct pronunciation of my last name is Carras.
Carras.
Okay. So could that be an Orcish word?
That if it's not already, it definitely could be.
Okay.
And then they have different vocative senses on the word, so every word has different phrases and genders, just like a regular Germanic language. Matt Vansel knows his stuff, as it turns out, when it comes to linguistics.
Okay, and how much would that cost me?
That's going to cost you, I think that's on the 75 level.
75 level.
Yeah,
okay.
But that also comes with a great big business card, metal etched card with the word, who coined it.
So you get some other stuff too.
You get stuff. Everything comes with stuff.
So
it's great.
how long do you guys spend signing things when you're all done?
I just finished signing things for the Darkness Rising Blu-ray.
Which was, when did that end?
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get big stacks of postcards or whatever, and I'll just sit and I'll watch TV and I'll sign them over. I can sign my name so fast.
So do we need to get you a stamp or something?
So when we were talking about Kickstarter rewards, I was kind of saying, oh man, are you going to make us literally spend hours and hours of no pay and maybe pizza to have the entire cast come in and sign stuff? Because maybe we could just do stamps this time. And Ben was like, no stamps. So no stamps.
So officially, no stamps.
Everything is hand signed and unofficially.
Okay.
But we do have whiskey.
Oh,
by the way, this is the whiskey podcast, so we drink whiskey.
I heard.
Yes. So this is Jesse James Bourbon. And as I stated, now this has been, you guys may have seen this in my interviews with Scott Adams from Spike and the Impalers in previous weeks. This is not the reality show douchebag. This is actually the guy who did the 80s song Lumberjack. So Jesse James.
So not the Outlaw.
Right. Well,
the whiskey is named after the
Outlaw. But it is actually put out by and promoted by the guy from the 80s rock band, you know, and they did, you know, Jesse James Dupree as opposed to Jesse James the reality show douchebag and yeah, but this is named after Jesse James the Outlaw, the actual Jesse James, but it's not one of the higher end ones, kind of like Rebel Yell that we did earlier, but we're going to try it and see what everybody thinks. First thoughts.
There's not a lot of burn at the front, and that might be the ice.
Yeah, the ice has melted quite a bit, so
maybe this is made of acid.
I wonder. Should we finish this and try it neat, or should we? What do you think?
I'm up for anything, and I'll always drink more whiskey, Mark.
Yeah. Oh no, I think we got another, just like Scott Adams.
Yeah. Isn't that like everybody we get on the show?
Well, you know.
Yeah, you have somebody to be on a whiskey podcast, you got to expect that they probably like to drink.
Actually, I mean, so yes, it's watered down, but I can still get some of the hints and flavors, and you can still taste it. Mm-hmm. So
it's got a little like fruity, almost like banana-like quality at the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think what we'll do is
grab some new glasses.
It's
the
same whiskey, so I'm going to just dump the ice cubes in there. And just try just a
splash,
a taste of it neat. What do you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is like we pre-chilled the glasses. It's super classy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, is that enough? You think?
Sure, that'll do.
I don't imagine we're gonna need a lot of this.
No.
I think this one's actually from California.
Ooh, one of the good California bourbons.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is from Miraloma, California. Right?
Oh yeah, Miraloma, California. Okay, so this is.
So this is not made anywhere near Bourbon County, Kentucky.
No, this is not Kentucky. This is not Kentucky.
Probably bourbon, wherever Jesse is living is.
Maybe he's when his band isn't getting the right amount guarantee, he's making whiskey. So Anyways, here's Jesse James neat.
Still some banana.
Mm-hmm. But followed almost immediately by turpentine of some kind.
Do you need to swallow, Mark?
You can do this. I believe in you.
Yeah, definitely tastes better on the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No question. Yeah, it turns to like paint thinner like halfway down your tongue.
It's
but if you can make it to the end, like
it's definitely a cheaper bourbon.
Well, it's got instant burn.
Yeah. So I don't know how much was this?
It was $20.
This is a $20. So but I actually would say that this is better than a whiskey we reviewed last week, Rebel Yell, which is cheaper. Rebel Yell was only $13, and I think it was a better whiskey.
But you're saying the Jesse James is worse than the Rebel Yell?
Yeah.
Because that's not what you said.
Oh, is that what I've been drinking whiskey, so that's my excuse.
No.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're going for the cheap stuff, do the Rebel Yell is what you're saying.
Right. If you're going to go for the cheap stuff right now, currently Rebel Yell is, I think, for me, the reigning champion of super cheap whiskeys.
Cheap whiskeys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
kicked Old Crow's butt,
Old Crow.
Old Crow.
We've never been brave enough to review that on this show.
Really? Oh, man. I know a few places in town that use it in the well. Like, instead of their Monarch, they got Old Crow for their bourbon in the well. You can always tell.
So those are the places you stay away from?
No, that's where I drink. Okay. I just don't order that.
Got it.
Cool. All right. Right now we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to go to a new thing for this show because I think we need to start, having some kind of helping to pay for our whiskeys. But anyways, this is the gadget of the week. This is the Death Star ice cubes. All right, well, that was the Death Star Ice Cubes. That is our whiskey gadget of the week. And you can just go to the Mark's Whiskey website, markswhiskey.com. And
are they guaranteed not to have an easily accessible exhaust port that you can just fire a torpedo into and blow the thing apart? Otherwise, you end up with crushed ice.
I think that'd be an awesome feature.
Work on it, guys. Work on
If you
it.
think about it, yeah.
Innovate.
It's not frozen solid enough. I can guarantee you, from personal experience, it will crush.
Yeah. So cool. That was. But anyways, this is our review of Jesse James bourbon. It's $20 isn't a lot for bourbon,
but spend the extra.
Spend the extra if you can.
Yeah, and if you can't, Rebel Yell.
If you can, it's good mixing whiskey. It's probably I can definitely say it's good on ice.
If you're a bartender, it's probably great because you can make a whiskey sour out of it, really weak, and people will still think there's liquor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, not the highest review for Jesse James bourbon. We're sorry, Mr. Dupree, but maybe it needed to sit more time in the barrel. Maybe used higher quality ingredients. Maybe less turpentine. So, but anyways, this is
try it with Coke.
Try it with Coke. Anyways, this is After the Bottle.
Welcome to The Many Other Talents of Christian Doyle, brought to you by the Journeyquest Season 3 Kickstarter. You've just unlocked athleticism.
All right, so a little bit of deja vu here. As Jeff actually pointed out, we kind of have already done an After the Bottle with Rebel Yell when we compared it to Jesse James, but Rebel Yell is kind of cheap. It's $13, but I'd say I finished
can
the bottle.
afford that on actor's salary. So.
Yeah. I finished the bottle, and I gotta say it was not bad for. I mean, it's. I actually think we should maybe do a blind taste test on this against some higher, maybe $30 whiskeys. So I think this is quite comparable to a lot of $30 whiskeys. But we'll be doing a blind taste test in the future against a few others, and just to see whether or not we can tell the difference. But Rebel Yell, it's as I think you pointed out, it was basically about the Rebel Yell song by Billy Idol was inspired
based on
by this.
Right, yeah.
The whiskey was first. The whiskey inspired the song, not the song inspiring the whiskey.
Right.
Yes.
And that means that the whiskey was therefore inspired by the actual rebel yell of the Civil War.
Probably.
Well, that's okay.
Yes.
All right. So, anyways, do you have a WTF there this week, correct?
Yeah, we'll do that next week.
We'll do it next week?
Yep. I got a WTF for you next week.
Next week. A WTF for next week. If you have not checked out the first WTF he did, go to the Mark's Whiskey YouTube page or the Facebook page and check out. It was so good I separated it out, but it was about making whiskey from motor oil, right?
Crude, but
crude, yeah, making whiskey out of crude. So
okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah, it was
piqued my interest.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So yeah, all right. So we'll see you next week with Christian Doyle, myself, Mark, and Jeff Morris. See you next week.
I'm Side Dwarf. I did get rid of this old armband. Bump Bump Dinosaur. So wrestling cats is cool. And so is old people. I know, so everybody started singing. So I licked a what? I got this from a Wookiee I knew. His underarms whistle. So if you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, popcorn hay.